Thanks for joining us on Backwoods Pursuit. Today we're going to do a Big Agnes Fly Creek tent review. This is the Big Agnes Fly Creek tent, and we're going to take a look at this one. And this is going to be the same for the HVUL1, HVUL2, and Big Agnes Fly Creek HVUL3. All the same, just different sizes, so we're going to take a look at how to set it up, as well as some of the interior and exterior features. Let's take a look at this. As always, we would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button for us if you like our content, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Backwoods Pursuit. Let's go get started. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and lay the tent out and set up the poles. And I've done that here. You can see I've laid out the pole structure, and we'll show you a little bit here closer. Go ahead and laid out the poles, and there's two ends here that are yellow, as you can see on the end of those poles, and they go into these yellow grommets there. And so you can see on the rest of this, one end is the head where the entrance is in the vestibule, and the other end is the foot. So go ahead and get that lined up, lay the tent out, and then we're going to begin getting it set up. Alright, so to get started, we're going to go ahead and grab the pole that we've already set up here and put it right here into this yellow grommet. There's going to be one on each side here, and they are color coded nicely for us. Makes it nice and easy, one on each side. And that's going to be the base of the shelter. Go ahead and clip these in. You can do that now or later, doesn't really matter. Now get that started. Now we'll move up to the front and do the front. Alright, just like we did in the back, we're going to grab the pole that's already pre-assembled here. Grab this maroon colored grommet on the front, right there. And the same on this side here. Go ahead and put those into place. And basically that is the base structure of the shelter. So we go ahead and clip these in. That'll give us the shape. After you've clipped all these in, you're going to go ahead and do the crossbar. So last step in getting the frame of this put all together is go ahead and set this crossbar. It's real easy. There's a grommet on this end, and then the same on the other side. Right there and right there. You're going to clip those into place, and that's the structure of your shelter. So that basically makes that a freestanding tent. Now you can move this to the direction that you need as far as which side you want the entry to be, but that takes care of the primary portion of the shelter. So we're going to go stake it in now. Big Agnes tents come with these DAC aluminum poles. They do really well. I haven't had them bend on me much at all, so they're nice and strong. So we're going to go ahead and stake these in now. Alright, so now that we've got the frame all put together, it's staked in, I'm going to throw the fly on. But before I do that, I'm going to show you the kind of the outline of the tent without the fly. Alright, so the Big Agnes Fly Creek, this is actually the HVUL3 model, so it's a 3-person. You can kind of see that bit of an A-frame at the top, that center pole, and then you've got the guy out pole in the middle, which gives you more headroom. You can see a nice wide top part of that, so there's a lot of headroom there. And then just otherwise your standard pole set really is a nice, big on the interior. It is smaller for a 3-person, similar to the 2 and the 1-person. It's going to be smaller for you, but it does feature, you can kind of tell from looking from the side that it gets shorter towards the back side of the tent, which does help save some weight. But that's at the foot of the tent, so you don't obviously need a lot of space down there. The head part of the tent here gives you a lot of room to sit up, so it's nice and big that way. One door here and one vestibule. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the fly on now so you can see how this goes on. It just attaches via some clips down at the bottom. It's super easy to do. What you want to do is find the zipper. That's going to be, of course, the front entry. You're going to go ahead and throw it over once you find that zipper. Once again, you can find the yellow clips, and they're going to clip into the yellow clips down on the tent, on the shelter itself. Makes that really easy. Clip in there. Go to this side and clip this one in. And we'll do the same up here. Again, it's all color coded, which makes it nice and easy. So we'll clip this in right here. The maroon colored clips, obviously color coded. And do the same on this side. And you're all set with the frame of the tent here. Now we just got to stake in for the vestibule and we'll be good to go. Okay, so one thing you definitely want to do with the Fly Creek is utilize this guy out point here. It comes with multiple guy out points, but this one's on the middle of the tent here. So it comes with this line lock cord here and a guy out. So on the inside you'll see this little this maroon clip, and it clips to the interior of the tent right here with this little cord lock right there. So you clip that on, and then you'll go ahead and stake this out to give you extra volume on the inside of the tent. So grab your stake and go ahead and put that in like that. Then you can utilize this to tighten and give yourself a little more interior space in that tent like that. So that's a really cool feature, something you definitely want to do, give you more inside space. It comes on this side as well as on the opposite side of the tent. There's also one on the very back side of the tent here. We'll go show you that. All right, similar to the other two sides, this is the back of the tent now. Put your stake in, you've got this line lock. You can just go ahead and tighten that down to give you a nice tension on the back side of the tent. All right, last step here is to go ahead and get the vestibule set. So just use your last couple stakes here and get this guy set in place. Put that in. There's one for each side here. One there and one there. Go ahead and get these into place. And you are set. Alright, so here it is all set up. We got the front vestibule here, moving around to the side. And so we got the staked in there with the guy out point right there. That gives it a lot of good tension. Moving to the top here, you want to try to get that cross member in that pocket as much as possible. And then line that up on the seams there. Moving on to the back here. You got the little A-frame with another guy out point. And the other side, just like this side, you got a nice big, this is the 3-person shelter. Let's take a look on the inside. Okay, so entry into the Fly Creek here is just this zipper here, is a U-shaped zipper. It's a nice big zipper, a nice big vestibule here, so you have a lot of space to store your gear. And then on the inside you have another full U-shaped zipper. Goes all the way from that side all the way around to that side, so it's a full U-shape, and it's a nice big zipper, makes the entry easy into the tent. And moving on to the inside here, you can see a lot of good space here, vestibule space. You see that big door? Goes all the way around, all the way from top to bottom, so makes entry real easy. Here on the inside, you see you got a lot of space. Of course, this is a 3-man, and it's going to be really good for a tall person. This is a really long tent. I'll put the specs here in some text for you, but it definitely is one that you could fit a tall person. So if you're a tall guy, then these are going to be a good shelter for you. Up here on the top, you can see those guy out points, or that bar, that fly bar across the top does a really good job of giving you extra headroom. It does taper down in the back, but you do have a ton of good usable space in here. And then on the side here, those guy outs pull the edges out, so it gives you a lot of good space there. And you can see I didn't even attach that other interior clip that you're going to attach between the fly and the mesh right there. It's right there on that side, and that would guy out the inside even more, so give you a lot of space here. But the zipper is good quality. You can tell it's a hardy zipper. Floor is going to be nice for you as well. It's really a nice big shelter, a nice big tent for you. Going to be a good option, a good ultralight option for a 3-person. The width is going to be tight for 3 people, but you know, you could get three regular size pads in here, but much more than that you'd be pretty cramped. But it's going to do a good job of giving 2 guys a lot of space, and 3 if you had to. There's a nice ventilation up here. You may be able to see that, or may not be able to on the video. There's a lot of space between the netting and the fly, so you can really get some great ventilation, so your condensation is going to be kept to a minimum. And that on the back there, you can see that there in the back, you can see the outline of that vestibule, or that fly takes that condensation away from the foot of the tent. So another great feature of this Fly Creek, to keep condensation away on the inside. Of course, here you got your mesh pockets on both sides, there and there. This is up at the head of the tent to give you the ability to stash your phone or any other piece of GPS or gear or whatnot. So one cool thing about this is you do have a 2-way zipper. You can unzip it from the top like that if you prefer, or you can come down from the bottom and unzip it from that way. So 2-way zipper, it's a cool feature. Nice smooth zipper. I do wish that these were those tensioning guy outs on up here at the vestibule. You kind of have to get that stake just right, or you'll lose some of the tension on your vestibule. So I wish that would be a tension pole there, but it's not that big of a deal. So that's the Big Agnes Fly Creek HV UL3. Everything's going to be about the same for the UL1 and UL2, because this was the bigger version in the UL3. So it's a great ultralight option, has a lot of neat features, kind of keep the inside guide out really well. They do a good job there. It's real long, so it's good for tall guys, but just a great ultralight option if you need to fit a couple guys, either 2 or 3. So take a look at this, go check out the specs. I'll put a link down there in the description for you. As always, go check us out on our website, backwoodspursuit.com, for a lot of other gear reviews, as well as follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages, Backwoods Pursuit. We'll see you next time.